count that, $200,000 cryptocurrency grants on deck for which you, yes you, my beloved viewers, can qualify in as little as 2 minutes, as long as you watch this video until the end. More so if you've been watching my previous videos. If not, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every grant and cash making opportunity that I encounter. For those of you loyal viewers that have been watching, many of you have been funded millions of dollars in grants after watching our videos. I commend you for taking steps towards obtaining your financial liberty and building your generational wealth. You know that when I showed you how I donated around $200 to the Gitcoin Grants Round 9 campaign, I got grants that are now worth over $5,000. Remember the OP grant? Check it. It was $1,000 when I first got it. This one together with this one, now they're both worth over $4,000. When I got these Gitcoin grants, they were worth $1,000. Now, they're not worth that much. I actually flipped one. I flipped it back into Ethereum. I took an L on it. For the most part, for many of these protocols, let me just explain something. These are not big companies like on the stock market that they give out dividends, have hundreds of thousands of employees and such. So you don't know what's going to happen with these protocols. I believed in this because Gitcoin is backed by GitHub. Developers across the planet, millions of them use this. I think they have a valuation of $200 million. I didn't think they were going anywhere. But the coin, it dropped, I think 10 times or so. And I don't even know, it was worth $1,000. Now it's worth a couple of bucks, not even worth like 100 or change or whatever. But I only donated $200 to get this $1,000 grant and these 2 grants that are now worth over $4,000. And I haven't been paying attention, but guess what? In this current altcoin and cryptocurrency bull run, I'm paying attention, and we are going to clock paper. We're not going to get too technical. Let me just show you real quick. This 17-year-old man made $200,000 with the Jito airdrop. Here is his path. You can go ahead and query him. And now these things have blown off to preposterous levels. The Solana grants, Solana pumped like crazy. So I'm going to show you some more protocols with which you can get involved and you could potentially receive grants. Now, listen to me. None of this is financial advice, okay? You only work with these protocols because, look, I believed in Gitcoin, powered by GitHub, and it dropped. VeChain worked with BMW. Supposedly the protocol was to be used to stop counterfeiting with all of these high-ticket items. It still dropped around 10 times. Nonetheless, I'm still on top. I'm still positive. Although VeChain dropped, although GTC dropped, my OP, it's right there. Take a look. Over $4,000 out of $200. What? That's a 20x return? And I'm not even paying attention that much. I was telling you about Hello Alice and all this other stuff. Listen. Practically everyone who participated in this Gitcoin grants campaign, they came off. Some in the neighborhood of tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They used various wallets. I used 2 wallets to donate, and I got what is now worth over $4,000. So the first one we're going to take a look at, Scroll.io. Now, Scroll.io is what's called, we're going to get a little geeky, an Ethereum equivalent, zero knowledge, or ZK, Ethereum virtual machine, layer 2 rollup. What that basically means, zero knowledge meaning that the protocol, it processes transactions without disclosing too much confidential information. So it's about protecting privacy. You know, that's one of the main reasons that cryptocurrencies are so attractive, protecting privacy. And it works through what's called an Ethereum virtual machine. So these Ethereum virtual machines, these EVMs, they execute smart contracts. Smart contracts are basically contracts that get executed whenever certain conditions are met. So the signature is out the door. Again, we're not going to get too technical. If you want me to get more technical and give you more insight on how to qualify for these things, first off, join the Discord. It's free to join. I have a link to it in the video description below. This is how you work it. You click bridge right here. and the following page loads on your browser. You connect your MetaMask wallet right here on the top right. You see the little icon for it. It's not going to load up if I click it on the screen and show you what I got in there, because that's just the way OBS operates. I'll go ahead and upgrade that so you can see it. Anyway, I already have this rig to deposit 0.00211 Ethereum, roughly 5 bones. Now, here's an issue right here. And this is the reason why these protocols exist. See the Ethereum gas fee? It's $16.25. Pretty expensive to deposit 5 bones in this thing. And you don't want to put too much. Listen, I'm only putting enough that I'm willing to lose, because I put like $500 in another protocol and it just tanked. Now, in regards to everything that I put into cryptocurrency so far, it's probably around $2,000, and I've got like a portfolio over 10 right now. Understand? And again, I have not paid attention as much as I should have to get more gains. Now we're paying attention. Crypto has been pumping nuts on a bonkers level. There is a pending approval for a Bitcoin spot ETF in early January, potentially also one for Ethereum, so that's a catalyst. There's also the Bitcoin halving. I spoke about that on a live a couple of videos ago. Let's work it right here. Bang, you're gonna see me do it. Deposit funds. It opens up my MetaMask. You can't see it, but I'm just gonna drop it real quick so you can see what happens. It's depositing funds. So, bang, I am now interacting with this bridge. Now, as long as the market value of scroll.io maintains itself, then I could potentially get this money back if I don't get a token. They already have over L2beat.com scaling summary. You take a look at these protocols. You take a look at Scroll. We're just working with that right now. They've got $49.77 million locked up in their ecosystem. Okay, they haven't dropped the token as yet, but once they drop the token, then as long as you participate, you've got some type of activity transacted among their ecosystem, that's when you may qualify. Now, I've got videos in the library, youtube.com/@RodSquad, where I tell you about what I did with Gitcoin, how I donated around $200, how I got $32. That turned into like $60 just by doing this stuff. You perform simple steps, clicking here and there. Look, the MetaMask wallet right here on this particular video. And again, you hit that Discord channel. I'm going to be dropping alpha science gems, whatever it is you want to call it, in regards to this stuff. You want more technical information on how all this works, let me know in the comment section below. This is the new wave of having grants distributed to your bag. So if you want to pack them, look, on this particular thread that I told you about, this 17-year-old high school dropout, I'm not going to call him a kid because he got $200,000 in his bag, he is repping, understand, as a grown-ass man. So my compliments to him. You've got people on this thread, go ahead and query it, that are reporting they got grants, $30,000. I think the person who won the least was like $1,000, and I believe 100% of the people that were captured in what's called a screenshot, what these protocols do is they perform a screenshot to see which users are active at a particular point in time. They get the grant. That's how it worked with Gitcoin. That's how it's working with this. Again, look, $225 million total raise and valuation. They are in a funding round. That's Wormhole. Okay, introducing Wormhole Scan. You could also participate with this with the Portal Bridge. You could deposit some ETH, ZK Sync. Remember, when you see ZK, that means zero knowledge. So synchronize, something to that effect. You select TX Sync. None of this is financial advice. Again, you could lose whatever you put in this. So if you want to put, $20, $30, $100, and listen, if you don't have the paper, Neil, I'm broke. Visit my video, broke ? Do this now. For those of you who attended my one-day workshop, I told you ways you can raise capital as fast as possible, money in your pocket. This is the information age. There's a huge, gargantuan money grab by you simply distributing information like this. I'm only a couple of steps ahead of you that's watching this right now. And I am relaying the information that I am finding based off of my research. I'm substantiating it as much as possible, just like schoolwork, right? You do the same thing. You put a couple of steps together put together an ebook, flip it for like 19 bones, 17 bones, 7 bones, whatever, and perform the steps in that broke do this now video. I'll probably leave a link to it at the very top. You start to build a community on social media and start to flip it. Understand? Flip the ebook with free traffic. You start putting together some paper real fast. I mean, I put together my ebook package where I showed you exactly how I aggregated all the links from which many of you have been able to find opportunities and win millions of dollars in grant funding. I won like $34,000 in affiliate earnings when I funded over $2 million in Paycheck Protection Program loans, tens of millions of dollars in economic injury disaster loans through the information that I shared. And again, I was only a couple of steps ahead of the people that have been watching me since the onset of the pandemic. That's all you need. You don't need to be the top expert. You do not need to be Yoda. Understand? You could be a Jedi Knight and you are teaching Padawans. If those of you who have been watching Star Wars get my swag, just lean into that geekiness for a minute and you'll understand what I'm talking about. As long as you're one step ahead, you could do this. Back to ZK Sync. And like I said, once you start to generate that revenue, start throwing some bones at it. Listen, your cash is trash. It is depreciating by the second. USD, all this fiat, El Salvador, they've got like $3 million in profits because of the Bitcoin investment that they made. It's legal tender out in El Salvador. The Argentine president also aims, or the candidate, I'm not sure if he got elected yet, he's aiming to also make Bitcoin a form of legal tender. They got like Bitcoin city in development out in El Salvador. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Now with Bitcoin, you could probably throw a little more paper because it's not going anywhere. Again, there's a spot ETF that is potentially coming early January, late December. It's very likely that it's going to get approved. That's where people that are investing in ETFs are going to get a lot of mainstream money. Some reports are projecting that billions, tens of billions of dollars are going to go into Bitcoin. It's going to be beyond normal people's reach. So you may want to jump on it now. Not financial advice, simply what I am doing. So this ZK Zero Knowledge Sync bridge loaded up on this particular page, and I'm going to deposit again. 0.00211, like $4 or whatever. It'll probably cost me, look, a fee of 12 bones. Let me see. You throw it into my account right here. I got an account. I'm just going to bridge it. Let's see what happens. It'll rise in 15 minutes, and we'll stay on top of this stuff. We'll throw it on a spreadsheet. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the one thing that you have to ensure, this guy, he transferred like $80,000. Don't transfer $80,000 to an exchange that does not support the currency that you're transferring into it. You can lose all your money. That's something that I just want to ensure that you guys know, because I just learned that yesterday. Okay, boom. Your Ethereum mainnet account, when you see mainnet because it's live, when you see testnet, a number of these protocols will allow you to process transactions on their testnet for free, but now it's mostly mainnet transactions. In other words, with real or fiat money. Okay, bang, add funds to ZK Sync mainnet fee has changed since you started. The fee went up. Now it's what, 13 bones? Okay, whatever. It's a couple of bones. Just think about all the stuff on which you spent money. I've spent well over tens of thousands of dollars in stuff that nowhere nearly was projected to multiply, but this multiplied. Okay, I'm looking at my transaction history on the MetaMask. Transactions submitted, deposit your funds will be available on ZK Sync. Main after transaction is committed on Ethereum mainnet track status. Boom, I'll just let that ride once I'm done with the video. Here's another one, Linea.build. You want the links? Join the Discord down below. That's why I'll be dropping that alpha, signs, gems, jewels, whatever it is you want to classify that term. Let's coin something. A developer ready ZK EVM. Remember, ZK, zero knowledge, Ethereum virtual machine. It executes smart contracts. Roll up for scaling Ethereum dApps. Now, what I'll also tell you is that the roll-ups are one classification of protocols built on the Ethereum network. They're called layer 2s, and they work off of the Ethereum network. Now you've also got optimistic protocols, if I'm not mistaken. And along those lines, you find protocols such as OP, the grants that I got, and Arbitrum. And Arbitrum gave out a grant, but it wasn't, an airdrop. That's how you want to study this thing, an airdrop. That's another word for cryptocurrency grants. I did not participate in that one. I didn't get it. So whatever, I'm not getting all of these, but again, I'm not paying as much attention. Now I am. How would you like to bridge your funds? I could bridge funds right here. We're on Linea Bridge. Just find out how to participate in these things. If there are more details, again, you want me to fill you in? Let me know in the comment section below. Linea Voyage DeFi. Now, in this particular instance, they have a voyage. You can participate. You can go to Wave 0. You can crack this link. Time left, 8 days. Here's another thing I'm going to tell you. With this cryptocurrency stuff, the information moves quickly. That's why I'm not getting too technical. I just want to show you a few protocols and give you as many links that you can access with tutorials. And if you need more information, we'll drop more information in the coming weeks. And again, you read Welcome to Linea Voyage DeFi, complete core tasks. You have to add a Linea address. You have to get your address. You add it right here. You connect your MetaMask. Again, you look through my video library and you'll find it. Now, there's also a website called airdrops.io, ZK Sync, and you can learn about these potential airdrop opportunities on it, L2 Beats. You'll get to see the numbers on these particular protocols. You can see, like, for instance, OP Mainnet. That's the mainnet that distributed the tokens that are worth over $4,000 right now, almost $5,000. And this thing just went up a couple of G's with the recent pump, $4.63 billion they've got locked. Okay, now I'll probably just hold this through the bull run. That's one of the mistakes that I made. I didn't sell at the very top or close to it enough to collect any profits. This time, I am going to turn my coin into some USD, at least through the bear markets. That's what you got to do. Stargate is another one. It's a fully composable liquidity transport protocol. It's at the heart of omni-chain DeFi. So again, if they have an airdrop coming in 2024, you can participate. You click Connect Wallet, MetaMask. Your MetaMask opens. Click Next, Connect. Bang. Now here you can stake some money. You don't have STG available to stake in your wallet. Lock your STG tokens to receive VSTG. Staking is basically you let the platform hold your coins and then you earn a yield on it. Kind of like having a certificate of deposit account or a money market account. If you click transfer, you can transfer money through this particular protocol. Now, you have to find ways to use this. If there are any more details, I'll let you know in an upcoming video. I told you about the Layer 0 protocol opportunity. One of the reasons that it looks like it's a short thing that they'll be dropping a token, when these protocols drop a token, they typically do an airdrop so they can increase adoption of the particular token. Layer 0 has always been built with the ability to have a native token within the protocol, as can be seen in the mutable code launched on day one. We've heard the community discussion over the last few months, and the lack of clear communication around this will state now, in no uncertain terms, that there will be a Layer 0 token. Its distribution is something we're committed to getting right and expect it to happen within the first half of 2024. So you want to follow the social profiles of these organizations that are developing these protocols so you can stay on top of all of these potential cryptocurrency grants, aka airdrops. That's actually the correct term for it. And stay on top of this channel. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification. Also, subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod and join the Discord where I drop that alpha, that science, and give you the inside track on what it is to keep your bags packed. Watch the video you see on the screen right now. You know what to do.